All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and here we go again with Donald Trump's 2024 VP pick. Now, like I said, this one here is coming from Doug. He said that this 2024 VP pick just got weird, and I've been hearing a lot of people say that Trump just shocked the world by announcing a Democrat for it to be a potential VP pick. And I'm like, who in the world is Trump bringing on as a front runner that he might pick as a VP that's a Democrat? So we definitely gonna have to check this one out. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. And like I said, I always want to thank everybody who always watches the video to the end. I really, really appreciate it, because when you do that, YouTube will share it so more people can see my reaction. And that right there is where it help the channel grow. So please hit that like button for me. Y'all know we've been going through this for a while now, because we've been talking about should he pick Vivek? Should he pick Kristi Noem, Elise Stefanik? You know, so you got Byron Donalds. You know, he been mentioning Tim. I've been noticing he been mentioning Tim Scott a lot lately. So we just don't know who it's going to be. You know, like I said, I personally wanted it to be Tucker Carlson. That's who I said from the get-go. I wanted to be Tucker Carlson. But if not, I would take Vivek, Elise Stefanik, you know, Carrie Lake. So it's just so many names. But I definitely want to get into this and see who is this the Democrat VP that he added to his list that he might pick. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into this, and let's see what's going on.
Trump just blew the door wide open on his vice president pick. Once again.
There you go.
This time on Fox News. He had a major speaking event last night on fake Fox News on the Laura Ingraham show, and he speculated more than ever before, gave us more information than ever before about who his vice presidential pick could be. One person I think is the most lunatic thing I've ever heard, but let's get to it. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug Tenaple. This is where the happy patriots are.
When Biden ran, he pledged he was going to pick a female vice president in 2020.
Everybody happy with that decision that he picked a female?
New NBC News reporting reveals Kamala Harris holds the record for the worst vice presidential rating in NBC polling history.
Kamala Harris.
What qualities are you looking for in your vice presidential pick?
Well, always the first quality has to be somebody that you think will be a good president, because if something should happen, you have to have somebody that's going to be.
But if he really does mean that he's going to pick the next president, who is the next president going to be? It really does start limiting the list.
It does.
A great president. A lot of people are talking about that gentleman right over there. And he's been so great. He's been such a great advocate. I have to say, this is in a very positive way. Tim Scott.
This is kind of condescending, what he's going to say here, that Tim Scott fights more for Trump than for himself.
Wow.
I don't think Trump is going to pick Tim Scott.
He has been much better for me than he was for himself. I watched his campaign, and he doesn't like talking about himself. But boy, does he talk about Trump. And I said, you know, I called him. I said, Tim, you're better for me than you were for yourself. But he's fantastic, and he's a fantastic person.
Someone who can step into the role.
Most importantly, you have to view that.
Is the person who Trump would pick to be the next president in 4 years. Number one for VP. I'm getting an idea.
The audience has been asked who they think would be a good choice, and various names came up. One of them was, of course, Vivek Ramaswamy. Yeah. He's made a big splash. Ron DeSantis, who's making an appearance today in South Carolina, we just found out. Obviously, Tim Scott, Byron Donalds, and a big presence here for Tulsi Gabbard.
This is the weirdest thing I'd ever heard of.
Wow.
Tulsi Gabbard is a terrible pick. And I mean, probably worse than Nikki Haley as far as being a bury the needle leftist.
Tulsi Gabbard.
This is proof to me that the Conservative Party is going nuts and has gone full on to the left of Obama in 2008. This Fox News audience is crazy. But the main thing is that he mentioned Ron DeSantis in a positive light. He did not disqualify him for the first time. I think Vivek Ramaswamy isn't going to be great either. This is Soros money that funded that guy. But I do like the idea of Tim Scott, and I love the idea of Byron Donalds out of Florida.
Yeah, Byron Donalds
and Ron
good.
DeSantis are my preferred three of the picks that they're talking about. But listen to the Fox News audience respond to Tulsi Gabbard.
Very interesting.
Keep clapping, everybody. Here's my thing with Tulsi Gabbard. She's okay with abortion up to 20 weeks. That makes her to the left of Obama in 2008. And all these conservatives in the audience are cheering for her. She's also for a rifle ban. She's the NRA on the Second Amendment gave her an F. How can a conservative bring up the name Tulsi Gabbard and not be seen as someone to the left of Mitch McConnell? She's Mitch McConnell in a dress. And people talk about her like, oh, yeah, her. By the way, the same thing with RFK. You're not a conservative. She's also huge, okay, with the Green New Deal. These are global warming alarmists that will destroy capitalism and businesses, attack it from the government level top down. Same with RFK and Tulsi Gabbard. Guys, not even close. Just sit there and just say, when you say Tulsi Gabbard and RFK, just say, I'm for Barack Obama in 2008. I'm for his policy. I'm to the left of him, and including on the same-sex issue, which both of those guys are forcing. So basically, you're saying there's no such thing as conservative anything.
And Kristi Noem as well, I should say. Right. Are they all on your short list? And when can we expect that you will announce your choice?
The one thing that always surprises me is that the VP choice has absolutely no impact. It's whoever the president is. It just seems.
I do think a black vice president really helps with the black vote, especially these two gentlemen. I mean, Byron Donalds and Tim Scott. I think Byron Donalds is an amazing firebrand. I actually like.
I can agree with that with Doug about Byron Donalds. Oh my God, yeah, Byron Donalds would if I had to pick between Byron Donalds and Tim Scott, and I like Tim Scott, but I will really pick Byron Donalds over Tim Scott. Like I feel like Byron Donalds can be somebody that can lead. Now I heard what Doug said about Vivek, but I really like Vivek. Like I don't have a problem with Vivek if Trump picked Vivek. Like I absolutely like Vivek. I understand some people don't like him. They say he's too much of a smooth talker, and they just believe that he just says everything, in Trump's favor. I've been hearing a lot of what people be saying about Vivek, but I actually like Vivek. I actually think somebody like Vivek because he have fresh ideas, new ideas, and stuff like that. And I really feel like that he could run after Trump. Like, he could be up next, and I really feel that way. And I understand some people don't like him, whatever the case may be, but I actually like Vivek. And if we can't get him and Tucker, I would definitely take Vivek, but it is other names. You got Byron Donalds, Tim Scott, Kristi Noem, Carrie Lake, MTG. So it's so many names. It's like, but I really don't think that Trump is going to pick Tulsi Gabbard. I don't know about that. I really don't think that that's who he's going to pick. But we shall see. But, he is leaving everything open, so it's like
him better than Tim Scott.
But you'll be a one-term president because you've already served, so you can only serve for one term, although they say you'll never leave office. I assume that you'll never leave. There'll never be another election
don't
again.
Don't do it. He'll never leave. He's never going. Oh, these people. They are
so for that reason, it is important who you pick.
So I think it's very important. But look, first is that, as we said, it has to do with whoever is, it's a very important position for that reason.
Yeah. Look how high his energy is. Trump has more energy than me. He has done nothing but campaign and been in courtrooms, and that's
all he been doing, bro. That's the reason why I'm saying, see, that's why I'll be trying to tell people that they got to stop trying to compare Joe Biden to Donald Trump because Joe Biden don't have the energy that Donald. Just imagine if Joe Biden had to go to these courtrooms, go on Fox and answer questions. Man, Joe Biden couldn't do all that. Joe Biden have to have somebody else there to talk for him. He couldn't do all that. See, him and Trump, I think Biden is 3 years older than Trump, maybe 3 or 4. I can't remember, but I know he's like a few years older than Trump. But Trump just has more energy. He's more talkative. He know where he's at, especially when he's on stage and stuff. Like, come on.
guy does not quit.
You would like to get somebody that could help you from the voter standpoint. And honestly, all of those people are good. They're all good. They're all solid. And I always say, I want people with common sense because there's so many things happening in this country that don't make sense. Who wants an open border? Who wants high interest rates? Who wants all electric vehicles? And they're fine, but you want to have choice. You want to go to combustion. You want to go to any hybrid.
Here, when he talks about a variety of issues, from energy policy to all these different, banks, interest rates, environment, to me, the one that has the biggest portfolio on that front is Ron DeSantis. I know there's a lot of people that hate Ron DeSantis. I'm fine with that. You guys can let it rip in the comments below on why Ron DeSantis is so much worse than Tulsi Gabbard. Go ahead. But his governing in Florida is amazing. And if Trump is looking for someone who is very good on a broad amount of issues, way better than Vivek, way better than even Tim Scott, who has failed on a few issues, he could be leaning toward Ron. I never heard him say Ron's name in a positive light until recently. I do think this short list, we're getting close between Vivek, Tim Scott, Ron DeSantis, Kristi Noem, and I did not hear Elise Stefanik anywhere.
I think the hybrid are much better from that standpoint. But we were talking about faucets. We're talking about we're talking about so much. It's all based on common sense. We want a strong military. We want choice in education. We want to have things that can really make our country great again.
And now the energy turns from them and their opinion to you and your opinion. This is where you guys make me happy. It's simple. You're going to cast a vote for the VP down in the comments. Yep. I don't care what name you put in there. It can be Margie Taylor Greene. It can be Carrie Lake. It can be Tulsi Gabbard. Put a name down there so we can all see and just start seeing who comes up. I don't want anyone to argue. I'm not here to make fun of anybody.
Right.
Who do you think would be a great VP, which is our next president?
Yeah, exactly, which is our next president. So, at this point, it's like getting kind of tough, but that one did shock me when he announced Tulsi Gabbard. Like, I didn't see that coming. I did not see that one coming. I don't know if a lot of people is going to like her or whatever the case may be. Y'all can let me know down below in the comment section. And I understand, like I said before, that Doug doesn't like Vivek. He don't really think Vivek. I ain't gonna say he don't like him, but he don't think Vivek will be a good vice president. But me personally, I do like Vivek. Me personally, I would rather have Vivek over Ron DeSantis. That's just me. A lot of people might not like it. I might have a lot of people riding with me on that one. Like if I had to pick between Vivek and Ron DeSantis. But I would really pick Vivek, you know what I'm saying, like for Trump's VP if we can't get Tucker. Because remember, my number one pick is Tucker, but we don't know. We know Tucker got a lot going on. We don't know if he's going to run or whatever the case may be. But if not, like I said, I would take Vivek, and that's just me. But y'all let me know down below, who would y'all pick? Who do y'all think Donald Trump should pick? But he has been, kind of bragging about Tim Scott, but I really don't think he's going to pick Tim Scott. Because the thing is, Trump going to need somebody who got that dog in them, that bark, that can just talk their noise. And I can see Vivek doing that. We know how Vivek is on that mic. He ain't afraid to call people out. You see the way Elise Stefanik, when she get on that mic, she call people out. So I like those two right there. I like Vivek and I like Elise Stefanik. Like I said, Byron Donalds is another one that's good. So like I said, man, it's just so many names, but we shall see. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.